Welcome back to Catch a Sailing. As always, please subscribe by clicking the button below, and if you like the video, find it informative, give us a thumbs up. So today we're going to share with you basically all that there is to share about spinnakers and how we hoist them, how we set them up, and how you can get your spinnaker sailing. So one of my very first videos I ever did was all about basically making your own ATN tacker. That's it in here, just wrapped up. And what I'm going to show you is basically how easy it is to set up our spinnaker using this. Now, we're not going to be jibing today. More than likely, we're only going to keep on the one bearing with the wind coming from behind us. So we're only ever going to use the ATN tacker line and one line for the clew at the sail. And that is basically all the lines that we basically need to run up to the front of the deck. And we'll show you how we get our spinnaker up now. So the first thing we're going to do is basically get our Genoa in. The reason I want to do that is basically if I put the spinnaker up now, sometimes it can get a bit messy up there. So if we're working on deck, I prefer to get the Genoa in, to be honest. So just going to get that in now, and obviously just bringing your Genoa in is a bit of tension, and then pull your furling line. Quick tidy up, and then we'll get our lines on. Step 2 is to put the ATN tacker around your filled Genoa or your filled head sail. Stick the little clip on. And then this line here, this needs to go down to your deck. So the way that we've done it is, I mean, this is a bit long line here. I could probably reduce this quite a lot. But the way we've done it is we've got this block here. So we go through the block, and all that does is that enables you to move the tack of the spinnaker up and down the filled head sail, yeah? And then that basically just needs to be cleated off to one of your cleats, and then obviously you can just adjust it by doing that, yeah? It's your halyard. Take one halyard, top of spinnaker, clip. Keep ours in our bag in the fore cabin, basically just because then it can all just come out of this bag as we hoist it up. Am I hoisting it on? Yeah, all the way. So now you need to stick the tack onto the ATN tacker. Ours is a symmetrical spinnaker, so we've got a green and a red side. We always put our green side to our ATN tacker, just preference. And that's that.
So the lines that we put on go onto the red part of the symmetrical spinnaker, which is basically we put a bowline knot on there, and the really important thing just to mention is that when you're doing your lines, make sure they go outside of absolutely everything. We made that mistake once and we won't make it again. I suppose it's how you learn. And then they go all the way back to the back of the boat, back to the stern, and we'll see you back there.
So the next part you need to do is basically you need to take the sheeting line through, well, you need to take it to a winch. On our boat, our winches are quite far aft, so we need to put a block in somewhere just to be able to bring it back to the winch. And that's all what these blocks are here for. Now remember, outside everything, so it needs to go over the stanchions and through the block. Now I do like to keep all the rope bunched up here, and the sole reason for that is because I don't want the rope to go over the side. I know we're not motoring or anything like that, but it just keeps it tidier, I think. Now you have to have quite a bit of line on here because the spinnaker are going to go right out the front of the boat, so hence a long line. So let's get the spinnaker up.
The wind dropped, so we took the mainsail down. This is just so we could get the spinnaker flying properly and we could show it on camera.
Yeah, so that's basically how we set up our spinnaker. So you saw the little steps we had involved there. It can get a bit onerous the first time you ever set the spinnaker up, but once you're kind of used to what you're doing and where people need to be, it's not too bad. And obviously, the more you use it, the more you remember how to rig everything up. That's the most difficult thing, especially for us. You know, sometimes we haven't rigged it for a while. It takes a little while to kind of jog the memory and remember where we're putting things. So our asymmetrical spinnaker sits a bit further out than what our symmetrical spinnaker sits a bit further out than what an asymmetrical would, and that's just to do with the cut of it. We are doing roughly around 3 knots across, through the water, a bit further across the ground, got a bit of tide with us, but it just means that we can actually sail a bit longer downwind rather than motoring like a lot of the other boats have seemed to be given up sailing now. Yeah, as long as we can keep a bit of speed over the ground, then we should be alright. So that's basically how we do spinnakers. So now what we're going to do is we're basically going to drop our spinnaker, and obviously, you know, if you're having any issues or if it's getting a bit windy, this is basically all you do. So obviously ours is in a sock, or commonly known as a cruising chute. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to release the sheet and yeah, get it in. So when you're ready, and then all we're going to do now is we're going to drop the halyard and drop it into the fore hatch.